you could call it a towpath.
My water to land transitions are much fancier than yours.
We are now on the internet, so
A high internet.
It's like a PC explaining to a Barovian what the sea is.
oh yeah, that's a...
It is pretty much a PC explaining to everyone what the sea is. Seen the sea. I understand the concept.
Postcards.
Yeah. I've seen TV. You know, the rich people around here get them every now and then.
Oh, hello, welcome to Bonus Action Heroes, yada yada yada.
The Midlands are what Tolkien based the Shire and Middle Earth on. Like, god damn it, it's a wealth of land.
I believe that.
a wealth of country bumpkins who just want to be left alone.
A wealth of land, fuck all water, and various racial issues.
Are we in combat?
At the end, don't the elves take a ship and go, nah.
Yeah. Fuck this.
Yeah.
You sort of started in combat. You were talking. You approached who you suspected, rightly so, to be Victor Vlakovic, the son of the Burgomaster of Vallaki. But he was quite compliant, and monks move fast, so you got out of that pretty quickly.
Yeah.
You learned.
Absence.
What did you learn? You learned that you'd found all these papers in Victor's bedroom. That looked pretty dodgy. All of these attempted magic spells. And then you spoke to him about it, and he revealed that he was trying to make a teleportation circle to get out of Barovia, and Stella Vocta, his previous fiancée and Lady Vocta's daughter, who now thinks she is a cat, was involved in this, and they were pretty chummy until she herself stepped into an incomplete teleportation circle and ended up the way she is. And he claims he is on his way out of Vallaki because his family, he could see his family were done for, and he didn't want to get involved in the aftermath, and also to head to Kretsk to see if the abbot at the abbey could be of any assistance with Stella's problem. And then I don't know how you got onto it, but then you started talking about Darzin revealed to everyone that he had previously known Izek, he thinks, when he first came to Barovia. Because he had a vision of him saving him in the death house. And everyone sort of moved away from Victor onto that.
I think it was Darzin. Victor had asked about what the state of his family was, and we told him that his dad had died. And Darzin chimed in saying that Izek had also died, not that he would probably care, and then had to... And then after Victor went, well, he was a monster, so who gives a shit? Darzin followed on with, well, he saved me from the death house, so can't be that bad.
Yeah. So this is about 4 hours into travelling from Vallaki to... You were headed to the Wizard of Wine's winery with Dagmara and Fyodor Martikov, who aren't on the map because...
Side quest.
Anyone have anything else they want to talk to Victor about, or did you just want to keep travelling? Oh, he will ask where you're headed.
Oh, well, we do have another task to run before we think about taking on anything else. I've made commitments, but following that, where we go, I'm not too sure.
I must say, I'm also completely lost where we're going and what for.
So, following all of the hell that happened in Vallaki, you agreed with Dagmara and Fyodor Martikov, who are cousins of the people who run the Blue Water Inn, that you would head over to their winery, which is about a day and a half's walk, because their winery hasn't been able to deliver any wine because they have been taken over, held, sort of turfed out of their own homes by a load of needle and twig blight. So that's where you were on the way to.
It'll earn us some favour, and it will help pay back the people who got us out of the windmill.
And it'll get us some wine.
Are you taking the road? Hi, I'm Victor.
Or would you like to accompany us? But as long as our paths remain the same.
It would seem foolish not to travel with more than just myself. But that is up to you.
Any objections?
None from me.
Not funny. Thanks.
Right, well, let's go then.
And you have recruited an NPC.
Hey.
Ara amigos.
You finally ditch Irina and then...
Straight into someone else.
So that was about 4 hours in. I'm only going to make you have one encounter a day, so we can say, if you want to, just continue on for another 4 hours. That is uninterrupted.
Yeah, definitely.
So where's this thing then on this map? Where's this winery?
So
Are we expecting it to be?
I can't remember whether I gave you a map, but this exists now, so they will show you it is down here.
Okay. Honestly, I'd be glad to have a break from this town. It's been quite heavy going ever since we got here.
I can't say I'm ever comfortable in a town or around lots of people, so I'm more than happy to see everything in town.
I am Fyodoro Dagmara Martikov. Well, if we can get all of these blights out of the way, I'm sure Uncle will be happy to let you stay with us if you like.
Well, it sounds good. I don't think we'll be ready to come back straight away anyway. And maybe we will head up to, is it Kresk?
Yeah.
Afterwards. So let's try and make some progress while we have some light.
Probably not wise for me to stay at the winery for too long.
Are you implying you are going to drink all of our wine?
He's implying that he has no self-restraint with anything.
We will keep an eye on him. Yeah, so you travel for another 4 hours undisturbed on the road. The climate during that time getting progressively colder, and you can see as you're traveling west across Barovia in the distance, trees become sort of snow-capped. There is some snowfall much further west. I assume you'd like to find somewhere to make camp?
Yes, if we're not going to be able to make it all the way in the time we have, then we'll keep an eye out for somewhere safe to make camp, and
No, it's not
maybe
been
somewhere
down
off the road a little.
3, and then 3. Yeah, you would be about there. Yeah, Dagmar and Theodore are quite used to travelling on the road. They go between. They'll have explained at some point on the walk that they tend to be the ones making the deliveries. They go between all the towns, and they can find somewhere for you off the road, just a bit further in the forest. Let's find a forest map. Your other NPCs on it.
Oh, so pretty.
Too many NPCs. 2. Where's Victor? Voct? No, he's not a Voctor, he's a Valakovich, that's why I'm being stupid. Cool. Anything you want to do before you settle down to take watches and stuff? Nope, everyone enjoys awkward silence as they eat from their rations. Who wants to take first watch?
Alexander would, and he would ask Graham, Graham, is there any chance that you can just have a little look around, see if there's anything nearby that we should be aware of?
Yeah, can do.
Okay, stay high, stay out of sight, please.
You can make your perception check with advantage with Graham. There's 8 of you, so I don't know if you want to take your watch with someone.
Yeah, if someone's going to set, but does Graham count as a person? He's helping, he's a. But yeah, 19 for perception.
And can you roll me a d20?
I can. Not sure I want to. 12.
12 is nothing. Yeah, as the light is starting to die, the movement and noises of the forest start to quieten, and it's a peaceful watch. Nothing happens. While I've got you, I will remember that you took 2 books from the Burgomaster's library. I have put them in treasure in player note. Yes, I did. You picked up Graveside Meditations, an anthology of poems on the subject of death, because this is Barovia, which is lovely gold-gilded lettering, and the side of the book, that's worth about 30 gold, you can estimate. And similarly, another book called The Noble Houses of Barovia. It's quite a thin volume and not fancy in any way, but it's one of those. It's very old. You can see the publication year is nearly 400 years ago, so when you're leafing through it, you're like, any page could come out. It's very delicate.
Okay. Where did you say this was again? Because
If you go into journal and then player notes and then treasure.
I've not got treasure.
Let me share treasure, because you should have that. That's
Yeah.
where you put your loot. Configure permissions.
you.
Oh, yeah. There we go. Make you the owners.
Whoop.
Thank you. And then I will probably politely kick Darzin away. I'm just gonna somewhat roughly tap him with my foot for the next watch. And whoever might want to take a watch with him.
The kick was a
I'll
little
take
unnecessary.
I will take one.
Melton and Darzin it is. Would you like to... I think you've... Who rolled me a d20 last time for encounters? I think
It was Jim, I think.
Jim did. So, Steve, would
Yeah.
you like to roll me
A D20?
Yes, please.
Oh no. Oh,
Lovely.
not a 4. That's the worst one you can get.
It's the fourth worst one you can get. And would you both like to make either a perception check with advantage because it's both of you, or make your own?
I'll make my own if you want,
Yeah.
Jim. What, if you want to make one? Or shall I go advantage?
I've just rolled one.
Cool.
Ooh.
Woo!
Milton is pointing out things I can't even see.
I see it all.
What do you say? Well, I maybe set up a thing, because you never know what you're going to roll on a d20. Did you have anything to discuss in the on your watch?
So, Dazin, you keep coming out with these little bombshells. Whether we need to maybe sit down and perhaps if you just put everything out on the table so we don't have to keep having these strange surprises.
I don't think there's anything else that I can remember that's worth sharing. I didn't even know about the thing with Isaac until we went to the Burgomaster's.
Oh, but you recognised him from when you arrived. You didn't say anything.
I didn't. I recognize him when we arrived, but he kept calling me a friend. That was little. It was weird at the time, but now that I know the context, maybe a
Did
little.
he look quite different from when you knew him then?
Yes. Physically, a little different, and personality-wise, quite.
What do you hope to gain with those dolls that you took?
I don't really know. I'm kind of hoping I might spot someone who's got similarity, one of them or something. But after this long,
you don't recognize who they might be, not from your original party then.
they seem familiar in that sense. No, I probably couldn't come out of a line.
Okay. I wonder if the DM has got the scene ready.
So yeah, having a little chat, but always vigilant. You know, you've learned it doesn't pay to ever be complacent here after a few days. There's always something coming. And whilst you're looking around at your dark surrounding, Darzin, you blink and
You're
you're
running, that was a
tired.
bit loud.
Oh, was it? Sorry. You blink, you're tired, you've been walking all day, and you think you see the actual darkness move, but that's not a thing, so you're just like, I'm very tired. But Milton, you can see in the flickering sort of shadows cast by the campfire, you see like one tendril extend and then pull away from the flat earth, and it just rises up and begins to manifest as a tangible humanoid shadow standing before you. And then you look around and you see another and another.
Okay, everybody, time to wake up.
Is it a big day today?
We're not quite there yet. We're still trying to get through the night alive. So if you could sharpen
What?
yourself up, that would be great.
What am I to do?
Or just some homicidal shadows.
Oh, okay. Just kind of gets up, rubs her eyes. So I'll roll for initiative, but I'm still pro.
But they didn't get the jump on you. Well done, Milton.
I was there too.
Oh, I need to roll initiative.
Have I done all my shadows? 1, 2, 3, 4. Victor's name is Mage. That's confusing. Right, are we all in? Oh, does anyone want control of absence? Who knows monks?
I do not know monks.
I can do one.
I will give control of absence over to you then. Thank you very much. There we go. We start with Victor. Okay. So he's prone. He'll use 15 feet of movement to get up. And he will cry out, does anyone know what these things are?
Oh, but they're
No,
not
but
good.
I doubt they're anything good.
Attack.
That I can do. I'll use that. I'll use that. He will attack the one directly behind him.
I love the tokens, by the way.
Oh, they're mats. It's useful having someone else's server. They have lots of stuff on it that you can just steal. Lovely. Does it have any immunities that I'm not aware of? Yeah, it does. That does nothing. You just see this shadow. You know when it just sort of opens up and the ray goes straight through it and then closes again.
Oh.
Oh shit! And he will use his remaining 15 feet to back up. Lysandre.
I will also back up. So I'm still a scaredy pants up against fire, and then I will take a short bow against the one kind of between Graham and Mick. They will be the two I'm most protective of at this point.
Ooh.
Natural
Yeah, that
20. So that's with sneak attack as well. So that's critical. And then let me just find sneak attack on here. Attack get critical? Does it get doubled on a crit?
Yeah, dice. Any dice rolled.
Yeah, it's roll dice, isn't it? Okay. And that's then 12, so 22 in total for 10 piercing, 12 whatever sneak attack is, so piercing probably.
Cool. So what you think is a really excellent stab with your rapier. Similarly, short bow. Sorry.
I'm
What
not
you
getting
think
close enough for a fucking rapier.
like a headshot does seem to do a similar thing to the thing that just where it parted, it pushes through and seems to sort of almost move in slow motion as it passes through the head and come out the other side. But you're not sure that that did the damage you thought it was going to do.
Oh, they're fucking magic, aren't they?
Fucking magic shadows. Bollocks.
No, that's not right.
Oh
my god!
shit.
It doesn't have blood. It's a shadow.
Everyone just starts vomiting.
That's a lot of blood.
Yeah, there's not really any point me doing anything more then, so I'm just gonna that's the end of my go.
It was a good go.
I will shout at Graham to run.
He nods vehemently. Shadow turn. So this one, who is it near? It is near. Oh, yeah, you hate doing this when they're not here, don't you? But it's the one that he's near. Token gone.
12. No.
Oh.
That misses.
Ah, very good. And then it will use its... Can it use its bonus action to do that? It's in dim light, so it's going to use its bonus action to hide. So it's going to attempt to slink back into the shadows. I would say to do that it would have to move further back, so you can take an attack of opportunity. Mick.
I will do. Yes. Let me just. Is map playing some sort of homebrew subclass?
Yes.
No. Sponsored.
I don't know what my players do. I barely know what I'm doing.
He's gonna attack with his quarter staff. Can it
Yep.
really hit?
Nice.
Well, it should have been a D8, but I will do it next. It's fine. Yeah, so I don't think his quarter staff is magical.
It's not. It doesn't do the damage he wants it to do, but also you can see it's not completely corporeal, so he wasn't expecting it. And the shadow will slink back and be hidden. I just give you too many NPCs. Okay, Theodore, what you got? He has got a hand crossbow. Let's do that. So he will back up and shoot at the one that was behind him. And hit, because they're not wearing armor. Oh, and he's got multi-attack, so he can do it again. Good for him. You've got some good NPCs with you.
We're just really likable. They want to be with us.
Another Shadow's turn. This one's going to move up to you, Milton. Hiya.
Oh, bloody hell.
Oh, 10. Rubbish.
No.
These guys are rubbish. Is he going to try bother hiding? He's quite out there. Yeah, go on. Give you a reaction. He's going to back up. I don't know why I'm saying he. It's amorphous. So feel free to take a reaction as he essentially does a Homer Simpson into the hedge.
I love that.
Unless you kill him in this one hit. That hits.
Bludgeoning.
Thank you.
I doubt that will kill it.
Yeah, all of this sort of black fog moves with your hammer as it swings at it, and then resettles back into its shape. As
Oh,
he
bloody hell.
This makes it more exciting, doesn't it, if they're hidden?
You're such a cruel DM.
I
Oh,
melt-
bloody hell, it's my turn. Right, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go a little bit more central to the party. And then I'm going to cast Spirit Guardians.
Ooh, nice. Love that spell.
And they'll just be like quite weak, faint beam of light just rotating slowly above my head, shining out.
That helps me know whether I can hide or not as well. That's very useful.
And that's me done.
So if I step into it, wisdom saving throw. Okay, cool. Excellent, Dawson.
Well, now that you've hidden them, am I able to discern where any of them are?
Oh, only 2 of them have hidden, so
Oh.
you can still see this one. Can you not see them? Have I somehow hidden them all?
Yeah, I can still see 2.
Yeah, you should still be able to see 2, and you know that they were essentially on all 4 sides, and these ones just went into this underbrush area.
Can the one northward then give me a wisdom saving throw?
He'd love to do that. I'm going to call him Dave. Dave has an average wisdom.
That is a fail. So they take 5d6 damage from a third level dissonant whispers. Which it didn't. 17 psychic damage.
Would you like to describe how it poofs into nothingness?
I imagine it just kind of like slowly kind of like withers and draws as Darwin continues to pelt whispers obscenities at it. And it's just like one of those things where it's like slowly just kind of like withers. A bit of an NPC crumbles away.
Like this thing hasn't.
Wicked witch.
Yeah.
It's been through enough, and then you're there going, "You piece of shit."
You stupid shadowy slag.
And it just gets smaller and smaller and shrinks in on itself. And that one's down and bleeding again for some reason. I don't know how to turn it off. I'm not good at Foundry. That shadow's dead. Oh, sorry, anything else?
No, that was it. I'm just going to look around and go, why is everyone gathering around me all of a sudden?
Okay, Absence is going to move up to the last remaining one. Well, last one you can see. And they're going to attack with over the spear, over the spear.
It's
That's still going to use this time. It's 11 points of basic damage.
is that enough? It is. Would you like? Would you like to describe how you spear it into nothingness?
It's half of that, right?
Yep.
Okay. Well, it looks like it's badly injured, but it's not dead. Unless one.
It only has 5 hit points.
All right. Yeah. So it I guess attacks from behind and stops the spear down its spine.
It shouldn't seem to work, and yet it does. And similarly, it sort of crumples in on itself, and the smoke dissipates.
Oh, I see it now. Okay, sorry, it wasn't updated for me. Okay, and then we'll skip to more attacks, but can't see any other ones, so I guess we'll stay there.
Dagmar is going to move into the circle and hold an action for if she sees them. Nick.
I'll move 20 feet that way. Oh, 50 feet. I'm presuming I can't see them from here. They're hidden.
No, you can't. You can't see them.
Um. I will cast Silent Image. I guess. Look at this. There and create the image of another random person holding weapons, like looking around in the bushes. See if that will get them to reveal themselves.
Very nice idea. Very nice. I will.
The image is not making any sounds and can't interact with anything really.
I will roll an intelligence check on their turn to see if they can discern.
I will take out my stick and I will cast slowly on it. So it will the piece of wood that I got last time will develop sort of vines and look like basically a wreath, like a laurel wreath, is wrapped around. Yeah, that's my turn.
Nice. You made good use of that random wooden beam you found. I did wonder why. That shadow's dead. Graham. Graham's not that shit. Does he do anything? Do you want him to do anything? Oh no, he'd have to be next to it. You don't want him to do anything.
He's got a biter invisibility, but there's no point at the moment, so he's just gonna be appropriately cowardly.
Lovely. Okay, so Victor knows Ray of Sickness didn't work. What might work? Okay, he's gonna hold that spell for if it appears again. Yeah, for a good mage, these aren't the best spells. And Alessandro.
Fuck all I can do if I can't see them, so I will just hold a short bow attack against one that I can see if it appears at any point.
Which is probably about to be now. But first, let me roll that. What was it? Investigation. What's your spell save DC, Mick?
16.
It realizes that it is not a real person and yeah. $17?
17 does hit comfortably. Have anything for that? No.
Necrotic and can you roll me a d4? Oof. Okay, your strength is reduced by 4.
Okay, my strength is now 2.
Oh shit.
This is what it's about. They're really weak, but if this works, I mean, I'm so sorry for your potential loss. Oh, does it move away or does it just cling to you?
Can I take my attack at it?
Yes, everyone take their attacks. I say everyone, I think. Theodore. no.
14.
Hits.
And it's in melee, isn't it? Yeah. So, oh, wow. So that is 7 piercing and 14 sneak attack. So it's 21 total. And then half
Me
or
doing
quarter
math
away.
live. Ooh, yeah, that hurts, but not enough. But Dagmara misses. Did anyone else have anything prepped?
Did you hold a spell with Victor?
I did, but I don't want him to get the kill and then someone else lose out on the glory.
That's very considerate of an NPC asshole.
No, don't. Oh, I need to roll. I don't know what I'm doing, do I? I need to roll a saving throw. Oh, he's fine. Oh, yeah. Shadow's still up. Lovely, lovely. Theodore. 1. Miss. 2. Miss. Useless. Shadow. Hello. Oh, shit.
Spirit Guardian?
Spirit Guardians.
Hello.
What is it?
Wisdom 15.
Oh no. That's a 2. Damage me.
12. Radiant.
Oh, very nice. The light just seems to do the damage that you would expect a sword or something to do. It pierces this black fog with light, and it seems to get smaller, but it's still there. This one technically in it.
Not according to the squares.
But it's in the circular bit. This one. Is this one? Oh yeah, this one definitely is. I mean, you're gonna kill him, let's be honest, anyway. Milton, your turn. Wait. Did I even attack?
No.
No!
No, I think you did.
Hold off. Let's go for the weak boys in the party. Never mind. Moving on. How would you probably like to kill them?
Well, no, I'm not going to move because I don't want to move out of that anybody out with the protection. So I'm going to stay where I am I'm maintaining concentration on that spell, so I can't really cast anything else. So I'm just going to cast a cantrip, which will be Word of Radiance. And it's the same footprint as the Spirit Guardians. So it's a Constitution save on this one, 15.
One to the south. Fails. One to the northwest. Fails.
Let's see what the damage looks like, shall we?
Water Radiant's only 5 feet, I think. So it must be wrong.
Is it? Or is
Yeah,
it
that's
15?
10 feet lower. I know it's 15, which might surprise me, but I'm pretty sure it's 5.
You know, now you say that, that does
Oh,
sound familiar,
15
playing a
foot.
cleric.
It's a 15-foot cube.
So 5 feet around you, yes. So all positions around you.
Let me put the So it was only this one I was going for anyway.
Oh,
So just
it failed
just
anyway.
that top one. Did I roll the damage? I didn't roll it yet, did I?
Oh wait.
Oh
is
yeah,
that
I did roll it.
And like a little firework, this shower of your light and its fog, this monochrome firework just and settles. Yeah. Hit. It's not hit points, that's sick points. Anything else?
Milton will just do a little fist bump. Nothing else. Yes.
Oh, that wasn't right. Whoops. Doesn't.
I'm going to cast Vicious Mockery on the one next to Mick. So another Wisdom save on that one, please.
Bards are really bitchy.
No, just Darzin.
No, just all their spells are like cutting with their words. 12.
Well, that's 2d4 damage.
Get ready to describe. Yeah, describe it.
It's exactly the same as the last time. It's just this thing so slowly shrinking down into some withering ball as Darzin just rips the piss out of it for being some gangly skeleton skulking in the woods.
Mean. So unnecessary. Yeah, with that, combat comes to an end. We turn off the scary music.
So much fucking blood on the camp.
Get rid of that. That's not a thing. How's this work with strength drain on Mick then? This reduction lasts until the target finishes a short or long rest.
Yeah. So I'll probably look even skinnier than I usually am.
Oh, it was about time the game threw me out. Victor will turn to you and be all, well, this is one of the reasons why I felt it was better to travel in numbers. Thank you.
What in the world were those things?
By the looks of it, malevolent shadows? Malevolent sentient shadows.
What kind of place is this? Maybe shadows trying to kill you.
It's Barovia, everything tries to kill you.
Well, that's not normal.
Well, I was a little critical before Alessandro did, but now I understand why you are scared of even your own shadow. That makes sense now, perfectly.
Now is not the time you're human, Milton.
I would like to note that Graham is sort of walking around in circles, like chasing his tail as he tries to keep an eye on his shadow.
Graham, it's
Hmm?
okay. It's okay.
But what if... No, he's not Barovian. But what if it...
As long as it's attached to you, it's okay. Don't you worry about it.
What if I don't notice it detach?
Oh, you'd notice it. Don't worry.
Graham, if you're invisible, you can't cast a shadow.
You see that realization dawn on this small brain. Shout if you need me. Whose watch were we on? Darzin and Mix. We can say that.
Milton's.
No, Milton. And Darzin.
Yeah.
We can say that happens. Who would you like to wake next?
The Theodore and what's her face? Or Absence, maybe? Or Absence and Mick?
I think maybe someone like Dagmara and Mick. Either leave Victor sleeping, and I don't know.
I would appreciate that.
Shut up. Go back to sleep.
How rude.
It's that nobleman affronted look.
Right, so Theodore and Mick.
Mick has buggered off.
Oh yeah, well,
I will roll for Theodore.
Not bad, not bad.
I don't know why I'm rolling. I don't want you to have more than one encounter a night, so I'm not rolling a d20. So guess what? Nothing happens. And on the last watch, nothing happens either. You're awakened by sunlight and birdsong. Oh no, it was a dream. Oh, he's not here, but whoever's on this watch, so it would be Mick. Nick, are you back?
Nope.
apparently
Nope.
not.
Someone remind me that I have something to tell him that he would have seen on his watch. Good morning. I'm not good at segues today.
Low energy day for us.
Oh, long rest. I need one of them.
Yes, take a long rest. Decide what you're going to do.
Probably want an early start to continue on. On our
Continue
way,
your way.
wouldn't we?
Didn't expect anything else. Oh, is that Nick? Are you back?
Yes, I am back.
On your... Actually, we might... On your watch, which you were taking with Theodore, you will notice Absence is having a very fitful trance, which is... Well, strange. A trance is usually a trance from what you've seen. But
Right.
he sort of twitches and his eyes do that REM sleep thing. It doesn't look like a
Right.
proper rest.
Okay.
You're just going to leave him to it. You're not going to wake him up or anything.
No.
Oh. And Absence will complain of feeling tired in the morning. let's get you back on the road.
I have prepared new spells, so we wouldn't need a new import.
I still haven't learned how to let you do that yourselves, but I'll just do it for now. Import, start import.
Lupa. Or do you think that that was a chance encounter last night, or did they have some purpose?
We didn't see any of them when we were walking around, did we?
No, I don't know this area very well. Darzin, I'm looking at you.
No, I wouldn't. I don't know what they were.
So in the 300 years you've been here, you've never seen anything like that before?
Nope.
I don't know whether that makes me feel better or worse.
I wasn't trusting him to begin with. I'm not going to trust him now.
Insight check.
Keep that
On.
Oh.
On whether Darzin has seen anything like that before.
You want
In mind,
to...
the baby cooker also does not trust. I don't know how I'll sleep.
The baby cooker doesn't trust anyone. And that is the new name.
Yeah, Dawson hasn't seen anything like it before. Stereotypical monsters. Fine. Animated shadows. Bit weird, bit new. Not a big fan.
Okay.
Let's bring you...
Is there anything left of them come day, or is there no trace?
No, it was just gone. It was like fog dissipating.
Yeah.
Let's bring you back. And 2 hours walking will take you to another crossroads where your paths would turn, one to Kretsk one way, one to the winery the other way. I don't know if I regret this mechanic, but who hasn't rolled a d20? Hazel? For your first 2 hours of walkie.
Oh, not an 18, Hazel.
Screw you, Steve.
I get that a lot, surprisingly.
The least surprising thing you've ever said.
It's a lovely, refreshing morning walk. The dew is settling in like frost on things, like little droplets on branches and things like that, because, as I said, it is getting much colder, and you can see a light dusting of snow on the ground as you press on. You come to this crossroads, another old stone bridge with grim-looking gargoyles on the posts, and yeah, Victor will turn to you and say, "Is this where we part then?"
I think so. For now, maybe we'll catch up with you in a day or two.
I appreciate your help last night, and for not just killing me on sight as well. Well, trying.
We try to avoid doing that.
Well, safe travels.
And you?
Don't die.
I'll try not to. Oh, if you do come to Kretsk, I will be going by another name just in case there are any other refugees. I'll try to. Actually, does one of you want to swap clothes with me? That might help me look a bit different.
How clean and how fancy are his clothes?
He's only been on the road a day. Like, it's still all right, and his clothes are very fine. They're plain. It's a shirt. Well, actually, if you asked him that, he'd like open the jacket that he's wearing. You'll see a very nice silk embroidering on the inside.
the the only thing, like, Alexander wouldn't want to give him his jacket, and I think that's like the main part of the disguise, to keep his jacket.
Could you take my jacket and just throw it into the woods somewhere?
Then why would you not just do that yourself?
Because if someone is tracking me on behalf of Lady Victor or anything like that, perhaps my mother, who knows, then they will know which direction I went in. Whereas if you take it with you in a different direction, they will be thrown off.
But then they will be following us, and I'm not sure I would want to bring that kind of attention upon us.
Understandable, but if they are
You
looking
are
for me,
passing
then I
if
will
you are
not be with you.
passing running water, such as this bridge, I take it there's water going under the bridge,
There is water under the bridge.
then I would drop your jacket into there. It will take it away from the path that you are taking, and it may be found elsewhere, but it will not lead them to either you nor us.
You are smarter than you look. And he'll throw his jacket into the river.
Middling little shit.
He'll just smirk at that. See you again. Farewell.
As we walk off just out of earshot, I'm just gonna be like, don't like that little pest.
No, there is something about him, but he's given us no good reason to act on anything so far, so
He has skeleton cats, and his ex-fiancée has had a breakdown that has turned it into a cat, and well, mentally. And all we have to go off of is his word. I must say I'm not sure I would trust his word.
Hopefully, she's packed up and we won't have to.
I would remind you that your newfound travelling companion is an imp.
Graham ever done to you or to anyone to make you think that
What's the skeleton cat ever done to you?
I wasn't blaming the skeleton cat, I was blaming the man who created it. The cat is innocent.
We created it trying to do something good, no?
And he
If
was
he's to be
thinking you
believed.
were a religious man. But you don't seem to mind if people defy death.
Well, neither do any of you when I heal you.
There's a difference between medicine and cures, and your remains being animated after you die.
Well, it depends on what they were animated for.
For his own personal enjoyment, it seems. I doubt the cat is gaining much out of it. A cat is a predator. It's not able to kill and eat its prey anymore. Its
don't
general
think-
primal drives are no longer fulfilled, and
Honest, Andy,
But
I
what
don't think
could
it's
have it done the
I
cat?
don't think it's a cat anymore. It's a
It
construct
just
made of bone and skin. If you thought of it in terms of a personality or a soul or whatever your chosen religion suggests to you, then that's long gone, and all that remains is the shell, I believe. A marionette, if you will, and he's making it dance, and it's a little macabre, but like I say, I don't think the cat, as it were, with its personality or consciousness or spirit, is even there to see, or experience, or even have an opinion on what's happening to its shell.
But the cat is not what's in question. It is the person who would think that that is a good idea.
I mean, if you think about it, why wouldn't you? The cat is dead, so you might as well use the remains of the cat. There's nothing wrong with a little bit of necromancy. It gets a bit dodgy if you're fucking dead bodies, but unless we're at that point.
You all concern me beyond any reasonable comprehension.
What have I done?
You fucked me.
Oh, so a man has sex with another man, and that's an awkward thing for you. Like, I like to. Yeah,
One second, I'm trying to remember the conversation we had. Do we know that he fucked Strahd? Or do we think he fucked Strahd and he fucked Vasily as separate entities?
I think it's the latter.
Yeah, we know of both, but we don't know that one was a combination of the two. So yeah, then you also fucked Strahd.
Okay, fair enough.
And for reference, for the little time that you spent with Victor, the cat wouldn't really do anything cat-like. It just followed any instructions Victor gave it, although Victor would very much pick it up and like love it.
I love Millie. I love her to bits. But I don't think, like, even if I was to have her like taxidermied, I don't think I'd then sit and stroke her. Like, no offense to anyone who may ever watch this stream who does do that, but
only if you had a swivel chair.
A full Bond villain with a taxidermy cat.
Oh,
I need to set
No.
Victor up with a swivel chair for your next meeting.
generally, I know the internet is okay with you fucking with dead things, but the internet is not okay with you fucking with cats. And the idea of crossing those streams, you just don't do it.
Your live
Well,
cat, sure.
There's going to be some key words in what has been said during this that Twitch might pick up on. Sorry.
Perhaps we should move on.
Yeah. I don't think Nick. You've not rolled me a d20 for an encounter yet, have you?
No? I'll roll the 20.
Oh, not a 3, Nick.
Why is it?
The worst you could have rolled.
It's just not my day.
Daytime. Why have I made this encounter mechanic? It's making everything harder.
You can unmake it.
Yes, you can do whatever you like. You're free.
It's
Do as you please.
literally your world, V.
You are God.
You don't.
If you want to make us fight something, you make us fight it. If you don't, then don't.
Daytime encounters are nicer than
If you want to make us roll a dice, but there's actually nothing happening on the other side of it, also absolutely fine.
I've never done that.
I'm sure you haven't, Nick. I am.
I've never done this.
absolutely.
Just to make you feel stressed.
I trust you completely.
That's a shitty thing to do. Why would anyone do this? Well, they've not prepared anything, but they want the players to still think that something might happen.
That's how I know you've done it, Nick, because it's a shitty thing to do.
Considering I've only DM'd for like one thing very basic with my friends, and even I had them roll just for the fun of rolling.
Yeah.
It's been too long. They've not rolled any dice. Oh, just roll a d20 for me.
The best thing is, out of nowhere, roll me a wisdom saving.
Now that's
Roll-
just cruel and unusual punishment.
Roll a D100. What?
Oh,
Why? What's happening? Oh shit!
Let's just use this map again.
Worst yet would be to go, roll me a D100. Now, where's that wild magic table? Oh, nothing happened. You're fine.
Those two. Let's bring you back up on the top. What's everyone's... No, they're not hiding. There's no point. Um.
Was that the eye of the tiger? That was it then?
Yes, it was.
It was very well done because I recognised it. I recognised the tune.
I think that's more a compliment to that writing rather than the fact I can hit a note. As you're walking along, as you're just about to turn down the alternate path and keep making your way, someone hear a voice behind you. And they say, "Stop! Who goes there?" And if you turn around, you will see a grey-skinned figure in plate armor marching slowly towards you. And they are... You've got used to seeing this now, incorporeal.
Bloody hell, here we go again.
It's just we're a group of travelers. I just get from point A to point B. Not looking for trouble.
State your allegiance.
What are the choices?
Are you with the devil?
Which one are you with?
You're trying to trick me. State your
Yes.
allegiance.
Not the devil.
None of you are with the devil?
No.
I'll kind of try and stand a little bit in front of Absence to kind of obscure him a little bit.
But to be honest, you're not very convincing. How do I know? Prove it.
That we're not with the devil.
Yes.
We're kind of new here. Well, some of us. We're not from these lands.
Arson's going to, like, gently kind of, like, sidestep a little behind Milton to be like, I don't think a Vistani would do well in this situation.
Just because you are new does not mean you weren't brought here by him.
What sorts of proof would you like? What would convince you?
And why should we convince you?
Just to explain that face, this appeared next to me.
Yes.
Good call.
Thank you.
If Reese's would like to sponsor this stream.
Oh.
Yeah, my brain's just gone, Reese's, what's happening? Are any of you holy people?
Well, you know, I've been known to raise a hand to the sky from time to time, if you know what I mean.
No.
Well, yes, I am.
It's called waving.
Right, well, yes, I am.
Waving or?
Both.
No.
Milton, can we just kill him?
Was that a threat? Why am I Scottish?
It's like,
No, it's just there's one of you. There's 5 of us, and I don't understand why you're asking us questions instead of us asking you. Who are you with?
I am Saberic, a knight of the Silver Order, an accomplished warrior, and I do not think that you would best me in a fight.
May I just ask, why are you incorporeal?
Excuse me.
why you're a ghost.
Are you dead and you don't realise it?
No, I do know that I am dead.
We had a friend who you might know. Well, I say friend. I hated him, but is this normal round here?
For many of the knights of my order, it unfortunately was, yes.
You know an Olaf by any chance?
No, I don't think there is an Olive amongst us.
Well, he wasn't quite like you. He was just a bit like you, particularly one bit.
Which bit?
The dead bit.
So if you're dead, it means someone did best you in a fight at some point. So why wouldn't that also be us?
Mick, shut up.
I just know my level of skill and I'm not familiar with yours.
So that just means that you would be unprepared for a fight with us.
Potentially. Well,
Look, what is it you want? I've said I'm a holy man. We not with the devil. You would like some proof. Tell us what proof you'd like, otherwise we'll be on our way.
You sort of lost him. I just want proof. Let me see.
I'll take out a holy symbol. Saloon. So, holy symbol, I don't know if you recognize it, if you have the same pantheon or deities in your order or where you're from, but this holds significance from where I'm from, and I don't think a symbol like this would be willingly or comfortably carried around by those in league with the devil.
He'll walk up to you and take a proper look. I'm not familiar with it. What's it made of?
Good question. I'll say silver.
I believe you are not one of the devil's spies. It will do, but I would be wary of those around you. None of you are holy?
That we definitely not know.
I follow a holy man. This one, to be exact. Sometimes.
Well, you are at the edge of my perimeter anyway, so move on.
Well, it was lovely chatting with you. Enjoy the rest of your day, will you?
Just one. What did you say your order was called?
The Order of the Silver Dragon.
Thank you.
Actually, I've thought of something. If you cross the river, then I know that you are not like the devil. And I will remember your face if we ever encounter again and not have to do this.
Do we need to cross the river?
How deep is it? It's bloody cold as well.
Do you have to cross the river? In my brain, you do. No, you sort of have to cross and then come back because you're going south.
Can we just stand in the river for a moment?
You can use the bridge that isn't on this map, but we can just retcon that this is happening at the bridge because that is the edge of his perimeter.
The bridge sounds good.
That will satisfy him. Be careful on your travels. I'm sorry to have bothered you. He'll do a bow.
Oh, good day.
And he will start walking back east.
What is it with all these ghosts and apparitions in this place?
Welcome to
Not
Barovia.
judging.
Is anybody made of blood and skin anymore?
It seems
I'm an
even if they
old-fashioned.
it isn't for long.
I'm very old-fashioned in that way.
Again, I'm not going to make you have more than one random encounter a day. After another couple of hours of travel. So, if you set off at 10, it's about 2. You will get to the winery. Let's find an image,
He
because
does in.
visualizing is good.
Hmm?
Try and control yourself.
Oh. I'll try my best. Which isn't much.
So eventually you'll start to see in the distance this building and the vineyard. But Dagmara and what's his name? Theodore will stop you before you sort of start walking down that road and say, "Wait, family were hiding somewhere nearby. We can't just walk in there. We'll just be attacked." And they will do a light little whistle. And after a moment, you'll hear the same whistle back. Okay, this way. And they will lead you into the forest. This map? Nope, in this map. Yes.
Looks green. Excellent.
So after a couple of minutes walking through the foliage, you'll find a group of people sort of sat in a clearing who will look up, and one of the older men embraces Dagmara and Theodore and approaches you. And I haven't put you on the map. Not that you need to be on the map, but can you see it?
Yeah.
That'll do then. Where are Dagmara? Where is she? So Dagmara and Theodore will hug this gentleman. Such a big family. And walk up to you and introduce himself. Hello, my name is Adrian. Dag and Fee said you had done some good in Vallaki. We appreciate you coming here.
Well, we're trying to repay good deeds done to us in the past.
That's very honorable of you. Please let me introduce you, and he will take you around the group. I am the eldest. You have met Erwin, who is my younger brother. This is Stefania. I've sort of tried to do it in order, not that you might need it, but eldest. Erwin would be in the middle, then the next one's Stefania, and that's her husband Tag, and these are all of their children, and there's like a young teenage boy, a child boy, a toddler, and a babby. And then there's his youngest brother, Elvir, and then finally he'll introduce you to the old man at the top. And this is our father, whose name I have suddenly forgotten. Luckily, it's on the token, Davian. He will not get up from, say, sat on a tree stump or something, and like, look at you, clearly sizing you up, not breaking a smile. You're here to kill them, then?
If we can't hear you if you're talking.
Okay. Yes,
Plan.
we're here to assist if we can, in whichever way we can.
Right, well, there's dozens of them in the vineyard. If you can get into the house, maybe you can be safe in there and attack from there. But inside the house, there are 3 druids and who knows, maybe more of them. They've barred themselves in, we cannot get back in.
Are the druids in charge? Are they the ones that have...
They control the blights.
So if we were to deal with the druids, then the blights would maybe not be so much of an issue.
I might know.
Do you know these druids? You know of them? Have you met them before?
We have met them before. They live to the southwest of here. Generally, that is their land. Then a few days ago, they come with their unnatural creatures and turf us out.
And what do you think their reason for this is?
How am I to know?
Inside check. Oh dear.
Oh dear. Oh dear! Oh, he's lying. He very
wow,
clearly looks at another whoever's nearby, and then goes,
All right, well, it does seem a little strange, but like I say, we're here to help if we can.
and please, like, the vineyard is our lifeblood. It is the Barovian lifeblood. We don't just set fire to it. If we could have done that, we would have done that, but then we would have nothing.
Right you are. Milton will begin putting his tinderbox back in his backpack.
Well,
could you tell us more about the house itself? Where you think they will most likely be spending their time, the ways in and out of it? If you could draw us a map, that would be quite advantageous to us. We don't want to just run in there blind.
do you have ink? Paper?
Actually, yes, we do.
I do. But
Evil.
I fucking pocketed it.
This is excellent past you, helping out future you. Very nice. He will absolutely draw you. Well, no, he will get one of his sons to draw a map because he don't have the patience for that shit. What? can I show you for that?
If I
And
could then also, with Alexander being Alexander and knowing the kind of things kids get up to, once he's got a map, he'd also like to go and ask the kids, like, where are the best places for sneaking? Where are the best places for hiding? Any of that kind of the kid who's trying to not get caught knowledge. What steps creak? That kind of stuff.
Entrances.
let me. Assumably, yeah, I'll just put you on this map and the walls are drawn, but you're not there, and then you can sort of see it. And I will ping where there are good things. Alexander, Darlin, Mick. Oh, why is it done? That's an old Mick. Oh, don't throw me out now. Cool, my game's just sitting there casually freezing. So whilst we're doing that, one of the kids will go for the 8-year-old Martin Martikov will tell you. There is a back door which you go in, and then there are stairs down to the cellar, and there is the loading dock where we would put the barrels on the cart. There's a door at the back of the loading dock. There is another door that goes into, can't remember what that room is. The bottle room. And another door on the veranda where they do the stompy stomp.
The old stompy stomp.
Classic winemaking terminology.
And then there's the front door, obviously.
Okay. If you were trying to sneak in without your parents noticing, how would you get into the house?
Oh, the back door or the loading dock?
Okay.
Which I would love to show you, but Google Chrome is not responding.
Is the guy who kind of took charge when we first arrived still floating around, the guy with the beard
Still
and the
there,
blue shirt?
Adrian. Yeah.
Adrian, yeah. So an opportunity to kind of talk to him away from the rest of the group if there's any kind of milling around.
Oh yeah, He'll.
And I'll just
if you-
kind of
Yeah.
lower my voice a little and sort of try and ask about the druids and why they might be there. It does seem a little strange that out of the blue they would come and target this place specifically. I don't mean to pry, and that's not the reason, but it may help us in our endeavours and getting this wrapped up for you. So please, if there's anything you can tell us, I understand maybe even if it's a little embarrassing, or I don't know, we don't care about that. It's just if we can help, then we need to know these things.
Roll me a persuasion.
Oh no. Ah,
What was it? I cannot see.
16.
Thank you. He'll look around, make sure no one's looking, and lower his voice. I have to apologize for my father. He is not very trusting of new people. I myself trust Dagmara, and Fyodor would not have brought you here if they did not have some sort of trust in you. Please, I don't think this will help in any way, but we have not angered the druids, but we do know they have taken something, and that is probably their reason for being here. I don't know why they are still here.
They have taken something.
Oh no, they have taken something that is very dear to us.
And what is that?
Well, you may have wondered how we managed to grow grapes in a land without any sun.
Well, yes, it has come up in conversation.
There is a magical seed that our family was gifted generations ago. They have taken it.
I presume as part of our assignment you would like this back as well.
I do not know that the druids in there have it. They more likely have taken it to their dwelling.
Right.
So you just want us to get rid of them, and that will be all.
We would like our home back, indeed. If it serves you to help us even further, if it's the case that it is not inside, which I believe it will be, then I feel my father would probably ask this of you.
Well, one thing at a time. At least we know what we're dealing with. To some extent, thank you for this, and I see no reason why we would need to share this information with anybody else.
It is not, well, obviously it is not common knowledge, but there has always been a myth. It is called the Wizard of Wines Winery because we create, well, generations ago they made a story about how a wizard made it so that we could grow our vines, and it was not far off from the truth.
A slightly different line of questioning. These creatures, do you know if they have any weaknesses or vulnerabilities, or if you know how they attack, or any particular type of attacks they do that we can perhaps prepare for in advance?
The druids inside, they are very good at using the surroundings to their advantage. We've been, when we were trying to run away, caught in vines that they managed to make appear. They're creatures that they have. I have not noticed any particular weaknesses, but they have very sharp claws and just thorns all about them. There is a damage like you would have from a dagger.
Okay, understood, and thank you for the information.
Thank you for choosing to put yourself in harm's way for the sake of a family that just helped you. Well, not only two of them helped you. We have only just met. You are truly good people.
Huddle with the group, party?
Yeah.
Well, what do we think? We have a plan, or?
I think we want to maybe deal with the druids first. I know we didn't spend long with Celine, but she had quite a few powers, so I think we don't want to waste our energies on these blights.
Oh, I can give you one more thing that he'd give you. He'd say they don't. The blights don't have sight. They can still use like sense where you are, but they do not seem to visually be able to see you.
Okay.
And now that I'm back in the game, I might be able to show you the map so you can talk about that if I can get you in.
They're not able to see us. Then we might be able to, if we are careful.
Sneak past.
Yes. Get into the house without being too noticed.
Don't open any doors. Don't be naughty. But they would show the kid will have shown you this, the loading dock. There's a door at the back.
The stream does not have a token with vision.
Oh, Graham, where are you? There you are, Graham.
Oh, little wimpy boy.
And then on the complete other side of the house is the back door that the kid mentioned.
Okay, so which one is the loading bay? Is it the one kind of
One that's
behind the
open.
barrels?
Yeah. So this is the whole thing is the loading bay, but the door is at the back.
Okay. I could, if we can get to the house, then I could maybe go in on the second level. Maybe get us a bit more information before we actually enter. If you would all be able to wait, I do know that you're somewhat impatient. Thinking back to the fucking windmill.
Let's try to do better this time.
What? People still haven't told me what happened to the windmill.
Don't ask about the windmill. We don't talk about the windmill.
Evidently.
I'll say we go in, spells blazing, and see how it goes.
Bells blazing. That's always a good idea.
Oh shit. But how do people feel about sneaking and going straight for the druids, or do you think that maybe we should destroy the blights first, if we can?
How likely are we to sneak past the blights? Are we sneaky as a group?
I like the idea of sneaking, but honestly, I'm shit at it.
Well, maybe then we need a distraction, something to draw their attention away from the less quiet of us.
Well, they can't see, but they're following sound, aren't they?
Well,
Smell or temperature, it could be a number of things.
Well, I have a few instruments. Noise.
I would very much hate to ask this of you, but Graham, how loudly can you shout? Don't do it now. But do you think you could be really loud if we needed you to be?
Be as loud as you shouting.
I can
So-
create a scream 30 feet away from us if you need me to.
I can also create a illusion, quite large, that will be both visual and create noise.
I believe it's probably the noise that we would need, but Milton said that it might be heat, and that is the thing that concerns me. An
Well,
illusion would.
all we know is that it's not visual, but it could be anything else. We know that they can successfully find their way around and locate people, or
would we know if they can fly?
Oh yeah, they can't fly.
They can't fly. Okay. Well, if Graham was to fly over to an area away from us and make a bit of noise, he's able to fly, so he could get away from them. That's what I'm saying. That might give us enough cover, enough time. It could just be maybe a very loud raven. It needs to be something natural, so as not to distract or draw the attention of the druids. Makes sense for a raven to be at vineyards, would it not?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I can.
But if it does make sense for a raven to be at a vineyard, would that draw the attention of anything?
Well, the visual doesn't matter because they can't see. But if we create a sound, then it can be anything. The druids are just going to have one look and then ignore it because nothing's there, and the blights are not going to be able to see from this, and we're going to move towards it.
Yes, so the sound will not be
Right.
natural,
Okay, I
but the
understand.
sight will be.
Right. That makes more sense to me.
I can do both if needed. And it doesn't cost me anything to do them. So
Okay, yeah, if it's not going to cost me anything, then I'd rather not risk Graham.
But it's only 30 feet away.
I can create a visual at 60 feet away and then sound at 30 feet away.
But we need the sound to be further away, so it's a complete distraction from us.
Sarah to bring you to this map so you can plan a bit better.
Yeah.
They're not that big. That's just
No,
groups.
they better not be that big.
And I think I need to put Graham on. No, he's there.
We need to get to here, I guess. This entrance. It looks almost like we might need 2 distractions.
Would it be possible to just fight our way through and then get through the entrance without necessarily killing them, but just fighting them enough so we can get through? Because I don't think the stretches are going to work.
If we were to fight them, we might as well kill them. My concern is more that we're about to go up against multiple druids with powers, and I'm not sure I'm going to be much use, and I'm concerned about you all using your spells before we even get to the house.
I can get mine back with a quick rest.
Pardon?
I can get mine back within an hour. We can take care of
But
the...
that then gives the druids time to.
I think once we start, we're not going to have a spare hour.
I mean, I can go through the whole thing without expending any spells, probably.
I mean, I know that you have other spells that you seem to be able to use indefinitely. If you think that between all of us, we might just have to pick them off in small groups.
So we approach from that side then, and then we can deal with the first group before we move on to the next one. Because if we go in the middle, we might end up dealing with both.
Yeah, am I guessing that there's groups in all of the sections, not just the 2 that we can see, or the 2 sections that we can see?
They're all over. Like, it's difficult
Right.
actually to see. They're about as tall as the vines, and they seem to be dormant at the moment. So if you were just taking a cursory look, you'd be like, it looks a bit like that vineyard needs weeding, but then you see there's slight movement. Some are walking, and yeah, there's dozens and dozens of them all around.
So could I, in theory, have Graham? Good old Graham. Let's just see how many of these do I have. Invisibility is just an action; it doesn't take a spell, does it? Or no. Could Graham just be flying around overhead, watching their reaction to us, and as we sneak, if we draw their attention in any way, would Graham be able to like fly to another area on like the other side of them, make a sound, and then back up and continue?
Yeah, it's vineyards for a long way. Sorry, there isn't a good map for this, but vineyards all around the house. But then around those vineyards, it goes back to the Svalich woods, the forests. So he could quite easily. You don't know how fast they are, but he could disappear into the trees and sort of hop.
Yeah, and he can fly, so he can always just go straight up if need be. So that would be an option with Graham watching over us. We might be able to sneak through.
I think our best chance is to just try as best as we can to fight through. Because if they're everywhere, it's unlikely that we'll be able to fool them, and we don't know enough about how they're detecting it.
I am with Alessander, and I think sneaking through is probably a good idea. They're all over the place. We can't reasonably hold on.
And if we start off sneaking, if it doesn't work, then straight away we'll be fighting our way through. That might be the option, but
hopefully we'll be in a more advantageous spot by then.
All right then.
What are you thinking of doing? Would you like to roll me? Well, where are you putting Graham?
I would like Graham to be kind of watching over us. I want him to be our aerial surveillance.
Oh, so do you want him more like 30 feet up in the air?
Yeah.
But in that vicinity where you are right now.
And then, like, I don't want him to be right over us all the time because that will give away our location if the druids do start paying attention.
Shall we start him off in these trees?
Yep.
And you just want me to shout?
I'm more than happy to give you artistic license. Just a bit of a distraction, draw the attention away from us, and then get out of there. I don't want you risking yourself. If it gets too dangerous, fall back. Don't fall. Back to this tree.
Okay.
Okay.
And when do I start?
Now.
Oh,
So just
alright. Oi!
not shouting.
Buggers!
Flying. You're supposed to start flying. You're keeping watch. Not shouting. Shit. And at that point, Alexander's going to kind of stealthily run and hide behind this other tree.
Would you guys like to roll me stealth checks, please?
No, but I will.
That was not Great. Oh my god, the two sneakiest people did shit.
Oh
Oh,
no.
Nick, you getting your way?
Oh no.
I
that's
did not expect that.
Why so fucking happy?
You'll see all of these shapes over here. Look up, start to get to their, I want to say feet, stumps, and slowly start shambling over towards where Graham is. They've got... Cool. And Graham will go, oh no! Was this the plan?
No! I won't be shouting it. It'll be like going,
Fly to another tree further back.
gotta be careful not to confuse Hazel and Alexander at the moment.
And this one will start making its way over too. So that's 1, 2. Is that their movement? No, it's 30 feet. I'm looking at the other blights.
Okay. I think we're fighting them.
I don't think we are. They seem pretty content to check out the tree.
Yeah, but like the in like in the way.
What was that, pal?
They're in the way. We just how are we gonna get through them? But
You got it out.
Go around.
Those rolls were bad, but that perception was even worse.
It was
It's just-
tragic.
Never has hope entered my heart with Strahd the way it just did.
Let me have a look at my how to run this if you go stealthy guide. Evasion.
Both Darson and Alessandro got an 8 though, so I imagine Alessandro crept through, stepping on all the twigs, and Darson was close behind, going, I'll make sure those twigs are properly fucked up.
I imagine like Darson's just thinking, okay, I need to be stealthy. Alexander's stealthy. I'll tread exactly where he treads, and then just very carefully, like crunch, crunch, crunch. Oh, oh.
Hello, Matt.
Oh, hello, Matt.
It feels like a stalemate in that you're shit, but they're also shit. So I'm just going to make you both do it again.
Okay.
Another stealth. Oh, this is not.
So they've
gonna go.
started moving their way towards the tree and then heard some movement from you and sort of stopped and don't seem to know where to go.
Mick, get ready with those distractions just in case.
Decides to keep moving this way.
Milton's picking his way through the vines and undergrowth, and he's kind of hugging himself, trying to clamp all this plate mail down to stop it rattling and jingling.
Where are you going from here? You've sort of started making your way round.
Is they continuing to investigate the tree, or do they seem to be settling?
Gone over to the tree, and Graham, who has not understood this plan at all, is going to think he's being helpful by again going, "No, this way!" And apparently he's Australian.
He's also a crow, so this is just coming out as
Oh yeah.
I can make a noise right here, and then we can go through there. Mick's just gonna point.
like at the moment we as long as we roll well, we should be able to go that way anyway. We've just got to think we're going to want to be very careful about this centre road.
Yeah, there's no cover
Because
there.
that's going to be a clear line of sight. So what we probably want is something on the other side of these two to draw their attention that way, so we can continue going through the vines.
So you want which two?
These two.
The two by us, the two on this side, just so we don't have to cross the road.
Want something over on the east, as far east as we can.
That's too far away. I can do something here.
Oh, so that's. Let's wait until Darzan and Absence move, so we can see where they're going to be.
Okay, what's the next?
Do we think another sound to distract these two is useful, even if it brings them a bit closer to us, but not to us?
Yeah, I think so. We need to get on that road and or close to the road, and this one here is going to be too close to us, I think.
I'm gonna create a child, basically the sound of a child running through the vines right here.
Very
Be
nice.
away from us.
And then I'm also going to create the visual of a child running here, just in case the druids are watching.
Can we call the child Theresa May?
And one of them accidentally stamp on her on their way walking past. Let's do this. Are you... Oh, that was stupid. Are you just staying still whilst you see what is going on? Cool. Then I will say they will move over this way to investigate the noise.
And then where are they in the line of vines? Are they in the vines, or are they on the path between the vines? Or are they? There's multiple, so they're all over, aren't they?
Yeah, they're everywhere. They're on the ground. They're going under the vines. They're going up and down the...
We need to fucking go now. I'm nervous.
Keep going up, I suppose. That's really...
With that movement you're taking, please do me a stealth. But this time you can have advantage because they are looking over there. Oh man, I shouldn't have given you advantage. Come on, roll shit. Never mind, you're doing fine. Yeah, they are much headed in that direction. How long does the sound last?
The sound lasts for 1 minute.
Oh yeah, then you're fine. They're just all there's a lot of movement now up in the top corner and this corner where they have the nearest groups have started shambling around, clearly looking for the source of this sound and not finding it.
I would be keeping everyone like within the vines, so even though we look like we're on the road, we wouldn't actually be in the middle of the road in open sight.
Yeah, just hiding in that cart at the moment. Next bit of movement.
Let's go that way. And I can also make the silent image just in case they're watching. I can make the image of like maybe a priest, like a warrior looking type of person. Moving, or maybe a child just moving that way. I'll keep it as a child.
Okay.
Well, they can't see, so.
Just in case the druids are watching.
Oh, okay. Right. Well, that will alert them.
They already know that there's a family with young children hanging around though, so they might just think it's children trying to get food or something, hopefully.
But there isn't any sound this time, it's just an image?
That thing is just an image, yeah.
Then make me a regular stealth check for this last bit of movement that you just did.
This is where it's going to turn into either dead shit or we're going to be stuck inside the winery fighting off an army of fucking walking trees outside.
Oh, darling, you saved it.
Oh, yay.
Yeah, I would say, yeah, they don't move. These guys are still here. And actually, you're doing so damn well. I didn't know when to bring this in. Where's there? You'll see this. Oh god, that's tiny. You'll see this raven appear from out of the forest and fly in this direction, cawing quite loudly. And they will start to move that way.
Oh, how convenient.
Has Graham finally understood the plan? So, my boy.
Good planning, guys. You've got one last mad dash, and I'm going to make you roll stealth for it, just because you can get to where you need to be, but if they notice you on this one, if you all roll ones, then they'll be banging down the door. Nick, letting the side down. But everyone else did okay, so you're all doing your Pink Panther walk on your tippy toes, and you see this twig right in front of Mick, and just naturally Milton and Alessander, like a child, just alley-oop. And you can get to the front of the winery. Let's bring you there.
Did we want to go?
Well,
So did we want to go through the loading bay, or did we not care?
Yeah, whatever you think, whatever you've been told is the best, loading bay or back door or whatever.
So, loading bay makes sense.
Gives us a little bit of cover.
Is it worth Alexander seeing if he can, like, go up and in and scout around a little bit first?
Yeah, maybe.
Who worried about you being hunting at home?
Well, if I get attacked, I'll make a lot of noise and distract them a little bit for you guys to then break in and come rescue me.
Don't know if that's the wisest idea. Sure you'll.
So you're gonna.
I'm gonna try and scout a little bit, so I'm gonna climb up and see if I can get a good look in a window, just to see if I can figure out where they are, where they've been. Preferably, I'd like to find an empty room on the first go. That'd be grand.
You can just climb, can't you?
Yes.
Are you going up there where the stave? No, I'm on the wrong screen. Where are you going up? There.
I want to find somewhere on the ground floor where there's not like an obvious window that I'm just gonna like clamber over. So I want to find a bit that's just generally wall, but with windows above, not too far from my peeps, because I'm a scaredy cat.
Let me see. That, I mean, where you are does sort of fit that bill, because
That'll do.
it's just stables. There's also on the other side from the map that you were given, there's the veranda on the ground floor level, which is just which is external, and then there are poles leading up to the first floor, so there's no actual room there. So that would also be an option.
Yeah, but if this is stables, I'll just go up here.
Then you will see.
Guidance for 1 minute.
Thank you.
I've not got that map up. Where's the map? You know how they put letters on things? I haven't done the letters. That's just not helping me. Also, you're a slow-moving group. I didn't know you'd get this far. Right, that's room 16.
Turns out it's Matt. He holds us back.
We've cracked it.
Damn him and his love of in-depth RP.
I assume when you get to the window on the first floor, you're like doing a very, yeah. What would you see? You would see. Man in very
Ladies' underwear.
Goodbye,
in a very
Hudson.
lady's underwear, trying on clothes. No, you'll see a man in. He's not given the name of Druid much. He's very hippie, long hair, long beard, like woven cloak, very basic.
I died.
Yeah.
Kind of. I'm thinking of various iterations of Merlin from the animated Sword and Stone.
Crossed with the dude from the Big Lebowski.
Yeah.
Perfect. My ideal look for the future, if ever there was one.
Does he look like he's on it? Like, is he just chilling?
He isn't looking out the window because that would be weird.
Yeah.
He's just sat there. He's not really doing anything. He seems to be talking to himself.
Oh, I don't like that. I do not like that one bit.
What's actually in that room is a wooden winch. I don't understand this room. This room has a wooden floor with a 10-foot square hole in the middle of it. Looming over the hole is a wooden winch.
Yes, so that they can move stuff from one level to the other.
That makes
So
sense.
that means if we go into the stable where that winch would struck down into, they'll know because they've got a view and they've got sound. So I will remember that.
You're
And
doing
make sure we
better
don't-
at this game than me.
Is there any other windows within like shuffleable distance?
So I'm looking at the first floor. Yeah, so actually, so this is what you've climbed is one story, and then you would climb over to here, which is where you would see the winch leading into the loading bay below. And you could furthermore shuffle over this way if you wanted to.
Yes. Looking at the room that I've already seen, would that window lead to a different room?
Yes.
Yeah. On shuffle.
In this room, you'll see. Room 17. What's going on? My notes are a mess. You will see a room containing a four-poster bed. Anything else of interest? Some wardrobes. A tapestry on the back wall. Cradle. A desk and a chair. A wooden chest. A freestanding mirror. There does not appear to be anyone in that room.
Okay. And then I'll climb back down. I will inform the others of the free. We were told there were free druids, right?
Yes.
So one of them is upstairs above the stable with an awareness of what might be going on in the stable if we were to enter. The room over from it is empty, but that means there are still two other druids somewhere in this building unaccounted for, but they don't seem to be banding together if there's already one who is separate. Though he is talking, and that concerns me. It may be a spell. I know you people do those kind of things, so I'll describe to them as best I can what the guy was doing. With their shared knowledge, does it seem like it was a spell, or do it seem like this guy just likes to pontificate?
The flourishes that you might see Mick or I'd say Milton doesn't do them as much. It feels a Mick thing to have very much the is it semantic?
Are you telling me that Darzen doesn't randomly start doing
Oh
like
yeah, it does,
a
and yeah.
proper like Saturday Night Fever whenever he's doing dissonant whisper?
Like Grateful Dead.
And hip thrusts.
Yeah, there wasn't any of that, any of this going on. He had a staff, which you would, as basic knowledge, know might be a spellcasting focus, but he wasn't waving it about.
He could have been
He was
talking.
talking.
He could have been talking to either to himself if he's mad, or a little bit loopy, or somebody who's not visible from your vantage point, or maybe even invisible, a bit like Graham.
That could be the case. I guess I should have looked for animals, but it didn't really cross my mind until now. But there could have maybe been a smaller creature in the room. But I do think it's best if we take them on one at a time rather than drawing attention and having all three of them attack us. And are we hoping to? Are we actually wanting to fight them, or do we want to attempt to negotiate?
If they've driven the Artovs Fuck. They've driven the motorcars out of. Probably don't want to talk.
Well, I'm not sure what we'd have to negotiate with. And
So
then,
we are going and fighting then.
yeah,
Okay, I would say we should carefully through this door. If possible, find our way upstairs into the room where we already know there is one. See if we can maybe, as best as we can, side glance to Milton, sneak up on them. Everything in one go as quietly as possible. Move on to the next room. Rinse and repeat.
Well, either way.
Are you trying? Which door are you trying?
Going for the one that. Part of me says that the kids will be right. The other part of me thinks that if I was holding a freaking vineyard or farmhouse or anything, I would expect people to get in through the sneaky doors, not the main doors.
Are you being sneaky?
I am being sneaky. I am thief boy.
Everybody being sneaky. Give me the sneaky check.
Brian be sneaky. Whether he is actually sneaky is a whole different kettle of salmon.
A kettle of salmon. I think I
smoked salmon.
I think I prefer having stealth checks called this checks. It sounds less threatening.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
It's just don't be suspicious. What the fuck is that?
It's Eris.
Oh, that's the puppet.
Oh.
It's got a Grahamness about it.
It's also got a finger up its behind.
All puppets do, Steve.
I think that one's fortunate it's got a finger rather than a whole heart.
Something to aspire to.
Ended up doing a whole show and tell at work with this.
Why are you doing show and tells at work?
Because this is me, and I had to say, like, be nice to the new person, and when I am trying to be nice to people, I don't know what to talk about, so I panic and I share the things that I love with them. And in this case, it was gobbos.
Gotta love a good gobbo.
Fine choice.
Started with the gobbo head. I went to the gobbo art.
Yeah.
I got distracted just at this point, so you can tell how I got into finger puppet goblins in no time.
You've seen the Curse of Strahd finger puppets.
No, but we need a whole collection of them because I really did enjoy just.
That was fun. No, I was fully behind that.
Anyhow.
Framed beautifully on the stream as well, so everyone will get to see the finger puppet.
Yes!
The joy of just randomly having Strahd, let's say when he's scrying, going, eh?
Instead of a scrying orb, it's just a little puppet of Strahd floating around.
I imagine him to look like Count Chocula, like his finger puppet to not be very scary at all.
I can see us producing a Potter Puppet Pals style D&D adventure now. Sidebar for later. The door is locked. Well, I say locked. There isn't a lock on it, so your assumption is it's one of those bars.
Bastard.
Okay. So, one of those bar, like a bar going across the entirety of the door on the inside, or like a
Nice. Yeah.
Perfect defense against stars.
how um how old made is this door?
I mean, it's quite old. This building's been standing for
So the wood has
centuries.
been warped at some like it's old enough. Can I listen at the door and just make sure nothing is on the other side of it that is making noise currently?
Make perception.
Surely just picking a different door is better than kicking it in.
I'm not kicking it in. 15.
You don't hear anything behind the door. You can hear the babbling of the man above you under his breath.
Can I slide my dagger into the edge between the door and the door jab, where it hopefully has warped a little bit, and then where the underneath where the bar would be, and try and slide it up?
Only because you're a rogue and it's clever, you can. It's not a thieves' tools, but it's that knowledge. So can you roll me that? That knowledge of knowing other ways to open doors.
It's like it's the same part of his brain that's sleight of hand, isn't it? It's just it's not sleight of hand. So that's
It's still
Dexy, isn't
skillful
it?
working out where it is, yeah.
So if my dex for like all of that is +7, it's just I'll just roll any of the ones that are +7. Is that okay? Not just like hand. 18.
You beat it. I will let you have that.
Nice.
You feel the weight as you find the bar on the other side and lift. And I guess you just sort of push the door to try it.
Well, does the door, looking at the things up the
Hinges.
hinges on the edge of the door, does it open inwards or outwards? Can I see the hinges?
Yeah. What do you want them to do?
I'd prefer it to open inwards.
Oh,
So I
can open
don't want
inwards
to see the
because I haven't
hinges.
put that much attention in.
Okay, then that's fine. Because if the bar is wider than the door and we try to open it outwards, it would still. But if it opens inwards, I just need to
Logic's
take it
what
out
you're
of the.
doing. Yeah. For working it out yourself, 100% it can open whatever way you want it to.
It opens inwards. It still catches against the side, but it gives us just enough give to kind of be able to get an arm in and
Okay.
jackal it back.
And it's an old door, so there is a. But here we go, the door opening crew.
Is this a staircase at the end?
That is a
Wait,
staircase.
where are you going?
And we want to go upstairs first to get the druid that we're aware of. So do not fuck with this door. Darcy, I'm looking at you.
What would I do? Yeah, exactly. I would do anything. Open.
You open every door you come across, boy.
Yeah, but now it's open. I don't have to touch it now.
No, the one that Alexander was stood next to, the one in the hallway.
Oh, that door. Oh, okay.
Did you open the door?
No,
I wasn't looking.
no, we did not.
Okay.
I was telling Darcy not to.
He really wants to, but he's going to. He's going to follow instruction one time.
You can open it later. And then Alexander, if the others will follow, we'll lead them all upstairs.
Yes, let me bear with. I haven't got the door on that door. Oh, I didn't make windows either. Doesn't matter, I haven't put lighting in. Where is my druid?
Before anything happens, does anybody want advantage on initiative?
With a sneak attack, if we surprise him, do I get sneak attack, or does it just have to be advantage or someone within 5 feet?
Catch him in a way, you do get.
Okay, thank you. I feel that I knew that, hence asking the question, but I couldn't quite convince myself.
If nobody requests it.
I wouldn't mind, but I don't want you using a spell slot.
No, it's not a spell. It doesn't cost anything.
Oh,
Give someone.
If Mick wants it, let Mick have it. But
no. I was gonna say it's probably more useful to you than it is to me. My initiative would be shit anyway, so you might as well have a better chance to go forward because it
Go
would
for it.
benefit more.
Okay, so you have advantage on initiative.
thank you. Well, we moved into the dark.
I'm sorting it out.
Oh, it's a lovely slab of dark, that. Lovely slab of dark.
What a lovely shade of black.
I only drink absinthe.
Question: do you prefer a green, blue, or purple based blacks?
Blue.
Blue.
Okay. My brain really dislikes green-based blacks. You know, like when jeans start to fade, if they've got a green tinge to them, no.
It's a hard no, eh?
Hard no. It's a boundary I'm just not willing to compromise.
You know what? This map's fucked. I haven't set it up right. So it's nearly 10. I'll just call it there. And then I can fuck with it later. Because this grid is not doing what I want it to do. And you're about to go into you're going into a combat. You've set it up that way. You've done this the most sort of scouty out, actually having a plan where you could. I'm very impressed for you guys. Being one of you guys. Congrats, you're going to be fighting a druid next time.
Yay.
If I'd have known, I would have prepared different spells, but we've got what we've got.
Yeah, they're not the most forthcoming on information.
A good surprise round.
Hopefully. I would have maybe prepared silence, but if I knew we were up against spellcasters, but I didn't, because I thought we were up against bugs.
I have silence. So that's you sorted there.
That's useful against spellcasters, potentially.
Yeah. No.
Yep.
This is another example of Darzin, why don't you tell us anything?
Everyone just wants to be mean to me.
I need to make a note to remember that I have advantage on initiative.
Yes, remember, because I won't.
An elaborate plan is to use Eldritch Blast repeatedly until everything is not on the map anymore.
Until nothing's moving anymore.
the things that
including
were
the
on the
rest
map.
of the
as well on
party.
the
Oh,
map.
moving that grid moved my fucking walls. Foundry.
Oh, she's fickle. She's a fickle mistress.
This is why I don't like building maps. But thank you to Benios Battle Maps for some lovely maps.
They are nice maps, actually. A lot you can buy now that are Foundry pre-prepared with the walls and sounds already.
Oh, this one was, but trying to get it set up through
Oh, was
map,
it?
and there was a lot. The downloads are heavy because a lot of them are animated maps. I just stuck. I taught you've seen them, Jim. There's some really beautiful animated maps, but it wasn't uploading from my sides, and I thought that's gonna kill Nick's computer probably if it's already not really working with mine. So you got the static version. But yeah,
I
do some
got it.
lovely maps.
I think I got it to work for the most part. It's Steve's game is the one where it kind of struggles, but I think I've improved it with adjustments on my end.
Steve has.
Yeah, I've tried to make some improvements as well. A lot of the ones I had been using were, I think it was MP4s, which are quite big. I've tried to just use, what's the other version? MPEG, is it? No. Yeah. Anyway, WebM, the smaller versions. So most of them are now. But for tomorrow, I think I might just use a static map, a different map.
Oh yeah.
For all we know, it's just specific like module or whatever that my computer doesn't like. So it's kind of trying to predict it is almost pointless. Like a weird module that for some reason my browser or my PC is struggling with. But yeah, I think that has helped Steve. Thank you.
Cool.
Tomorrow, I hopefully shouldn't be late, but I might be a bit late.
It's all right.
I don't
I
plan
have-
to be late. But...
Oh, I just wanted to share my joy at starting a new job and learning that in this job I get bank holidays. What are they? They're
Heck
exciting,
yeah.
aren't they? Just 3 days. Oh, I'm looking forward to it.
How is your new job?
I only did a couple of training days last week. I start proper this week. But
Cool.
yeah, everyone seems nice so far. I mean,
What is it?
it's weird working remotely, isn't it?
Shall I turn the stream off before you start talking about your new workplace?
Here's where to find me.
Any closing statements from anyone?
No, but just
What
don't
does
get in
your brother
trouble.
like to say?
Behave, be good, steal shiny things.
Perfect.
That's not the message.
Very snitch of your goblin.
Yeah, don't make all goblins thieves.
No, my
Stereotype.
Gobbo is fine. He's just a little bit stabby.
Oh. Right, I will take us offline.
Goodbye, internet.
Goodbye, internet.
Bye.